Hi, family. Barefoot Sage here. Bare feet say hello. Good day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in the forest, up here in the mountains of Northern California. Just enjoying the nice, crisp air. Enjoying the weight of my body sitting on the ground. Feels good to be alive. So, I want to connect today. I feel inspired to share some of my thoughts and feelings. So real quick, I just want to reestablish that during these videos, I'm attempting to do them in one full length. I'm attempting to not have to do editing because I don't want to have to hide. I don't want to hide my process. I want it to be really raw. If I get too passionate and I cuss, or if the societal programs of if it's normal to speak a certain way and I say something that's non-PC and I offend anybody, this is like, I guess, a disclaimer. I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me. My intention here is to not isolate anybody from the collective, because my entire intention with all of these videos, with my entire existence, is to bring us together, to serve as a bridge. One of my favorite philosophers and spiritualists, if you will, was a man named Buckminster Fuller. He coined the term spaceship Earth, and basically, you know, viewing Earth as being a spaceship that we are all basically a part of, and that we all have the controls and the mechanisms, and that we can basically steer this spaceship into any direction, into any different reality that we want. Buckminster Fuller was a bridge builder. He was very much, yeah, you should go check him out. He's you know, buckyballs, which you find the carbonate molecules were named after him. He designed geodesic domes. Yeah, so yeah, a bit of a segue, but he was all about bridges, and bridges between each other, bridges between technology, bridges between cultures, bridges between ways of being. He believed that if you were to have if you want to inspire people to change and to grow, so let's take this analogy. Okay, we have two islands of thoughts and two islands of being. Okay, this island here is tradition. It's the way we've always done, and everybody is kind of circulating around the edges of the island, because naturally, what consciousness wants to do is it wants to expand into all the cracks and the crevices, into the darkness, into the light. Consciousness wants to experience everything that is possible in this reality. So what happens is, naturally, when consciousness is put within a confines, within a container, if you will, it will explore all of the boundaries. And what will happen in throughout history is there will be men and women who are future thinkers, and they have a more of a global mind. And so we could kind of look at that as almost like another island of thought, or another island belief. Now, when this man comes from this island, this is also very very in sync with like the old, I think is it Plato's cave? I believe it's Plato's cave, where, so yeah, this man is on this island, and he's coming to this island, and he's telling you guys, hey, there's this technology over here. There's this way of understanding that if we move over into this way of thinking, then we'll all be more harmonized, we'll all have more love, we'll all be more fulfilled, and we'll be able to express our full potential, and the children will be happy, and we'll all have whatever, right? So you got these two islands of belief. Now, this person comes over here, and he tells them, we got to go to this other island, we got to go to this other island. But the people who are living on this island, they can't see past the horizon of the ocean. To them, there is no such thing as another island. And so the man coming from the newer, fresher, more harmonious way of thinking is actually observed as a madman, or a heretic, depending on if you're going against the priest king scientist or the Catholic Inquisitions or religious whatever. So what ends up happening is the man, the future thinker, Buckminster Fuller, he says what we got to do is we got to build a bridge. You see? Instead of coming over here and trying to convince all these people of your way of thinking, you step back from trying to convince everybody around you of your reality. You stop trying to convince everybody that there's God, or that there's spirit, or that love exists, or that love is actually the only thing that truly exists. Instead of trying to convince that to people, you build a bridge. You use your faculties, you use your global consciousness, and you connect with your tribe, and you use the system and the faculties that are now in place, instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, and you build a bridge, and you span the gap. And what happens is consciousness always has to expand into its boundaries. Always. So consciousness is going to circulate around this island, and then one person is going to come over and be like, what's over there on that bridge? And the next thing you know, hey guys, there's this bridge over here. And everybody's coming over here. And then people are coming over and they're circulating on this new way of being. And they're like, wait, this is the way to go. And so then the message comes back to this way of island and so on. And now we're all existing between both islands of thought. And we're not forgetting where we came from. We're honoring our ancestors. We're honoring our lessons. We're honoring the animals and the bones and the dirt and the stardust that has collected down here on this beautiful, amazing, epic planet. And we're using that understanding of where we came from, and we're using that as the foundation from not a place of not knowing, but from a place of experience. And we implement that experience into our knowledge, and then it becomes wisdom. So now we move forward into the future. And we have the full picture. You see? So that is really, really, really what, for me, this experience is all about. It's about building bridges. It's about it's about showing people that love does truly exist by giving them just a little bit of compassion. Just a little bit. To seek to understand before being understood, or as I like to refer to as understanding, because I don't understand under anybody, and I will never overstand over anybody. And so I understand. I understand on the inside of my being. So, yeah. I would love to open up dialogue. I would love to do questions. I would love to communicate whatever's coming to your mind, whatever's coming to my mind, our hearts. I'm also a very active person. I do yoga. I love to do healthy, conscious meals, and so yeah, like I want to do food. I want to do yoga. I want to. I'm actually going to do some some barefooting, and I'm going to talk about how proper foot care. We're also going to do some adventures together. Yeah. We're going to do some ceremonies together. We're going to go on some walkabouts, which is some personal journeys into the woods alone. And yeah, I want to document this process. I want to do some traveling, and I want to share that journey as it goes along. And I want to, again, I want to open up the dialogue, or I suppose I want to work with everybody on this channel so that we can build these bridges together, and then we can start to experience each other's islands, right? Because then when we get to experience each other's islands, then we get different pieces of the puzzle, and then we get to come together, and now we're like creating this like new world, you know? So yeah, like I love to build things. I love to create. I love to dance. So yeah, this page is going to be my thoughts, my feelings, my inspirations, and Yeah, I apologize if it sounds like I'm, repeating myself. I'm also trying to, yeah, do these videos in full non-edit, and that's a little tricky. So, yeah, I love you guys, and I appreciate you so much for coming to my channel. And yeah, if there's any thought or anything that you'd like to talk about, even like stuff about me, like I'm willing to like talk about me. Like, why do you have a beard? Why do you like bare feet? Why do you identify as a human? Like I'm willing to have all of the conversations and get into the mucky ucky and really really weed it out. Wow, this is so wild. I just really appreciate this medium, and I really hope that we can continue this dialogue. And yeah, I actually was going to talk about something else today, but I decided that this is what came out. So I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this world with me and us. It's pretty spectacular. It's not always like that. It doesn't always feel that way, and I don't always feel like it's spectacular. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, why am I waking up? It's to learn. It's to learn, to love, to grow, to inspire, to be more human, to be more conscious. So thanks again, family, for joining me on my rant, and I love you guys, and I'll see you again soon.